Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back here on Elm Creek with Grober Games. So last episode was kind of a little bit of a stale one, I'm not gonna lie. At least it was for me, I don't know about you. But we did our few contracts, but we kind of need to just keep the money rolling in. And we finally got started on our winter barley here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. I think we're gonna have enough, more than enough to get us by for chicken feed, and having a little surplus is going to be great to help us out. That means with our sorghum, we'll probably be able to sell most of that and not have to worry about our chickens starving or having to buy extra feed from town. And I decided, instead of talking about like last episode, like I was going to have Tuttle run the combine and such after we got our few passes done and come out here and start baling, I decided I kind of wanted to stay in our combine yourself, is kind of see how it yields for us, you know? Because I kind of want to go with the reap what we sow type thing, and you know, it's just one of the cool feelings, like one of the best feeling, like one of the only great feelings about farming is seeing how your crop does, especially after a good year. I mean, and probably one of the better experiences I had is, I think I talked about this before, but when I worked for that farmer for my internship, I mainly ran his planter for him, and while helping with his other business, and his other business was that he was a precision planting dealer, and what that is basically it's an aftermarket company that sells a bunch of aftermarket parts for planters, like seed metering systems, downforce control, and it's also like a data information collecting system for planters. So like, I think one of the newer things they had come out with is like they actually get to the point where they can track the moisture in the soil with the seed firmers from the planters and such. I think that's how it works. It's through the seed firmer, but I am not 100% sure and such, and it gathers all that data, like how much downforce you're applying and such, and oh, it's just a crazy thing to think about how much information that stuff collects. But all I know is that it was before I ended my internship there. I helped the following fall, and it was just kind of cool to see like everything that I planted and seeing how well it did. But to be honest with you, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't all because that I did such a good job. It was all because that we had such a great year that year, like the perfect weather conditions, no major damaging storms like hail or strong winds that knocked a bunch of corn down and such. It was just like the perfect year of weather for him, and that's why everything turned out so great. Even though he kind of tried to say, yeah, because you did such a good job. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna be real humble here. There were, just with the whole GPS and such, that was my first experience. I'm pretty sure I talked about this before on the channel, on this series too, now that I think about it. Like, there were a few times when I bumped the wheel and didn't realize how far I was going off track till it was a little too late, but it wasn't too bad per se. But it was just like I said, it's just one of those great feelings to be reaping what you sown type thing and such, you know. And I think we're gonna finish combining here, and then I think we're gonna go drop off the barley here. Excuse me, sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought right now. We'll go drop off our barley here, top off the chicken's feed bin, and then we'll drop it all off into our silo system, and then I think we're going to use the 4840 to run the 560M round baler. I think it should be able to handle it. I never looked to see what the power requirement was, but I think she should be able to handle her. And I know what probably some of you are thinking. I'm being pretty biased towards the 4840. Granted, our class has been our first tractor, and had been one heck of a workhorse for the farm, but you know, it's kind of hard for me not to be biased towards it, just because, like I said, I've had experience running one, and my folks have one, so it's just it's just one of those things hard not to be biased towards, you know? Like, it goes with anything in life. Like, you're kind of biased towards certain food or certain brand of item just because you had such good experience with it versus what other people might have had with it. It's just one of those things in life that kind of weird how it works out. I know one of the things I'm kind of looking forward to, and I'm really excited when it comes out. Well, let me rephrase that. So, on PC, it's already come out on like some of the modding websites. Is the two 110 and 135 series white tractors. They are out on PC, like they've been converted over. But the issue with them is that the issue with it is that the color on the tractor is not right. So they got it as like a kind of like an off-shade white from the class. And I don't think that was intentional. I just think something didn't get converted white right when they converted it over. And it's not the same thing. Like, well, it's just not. Especially since I know for a fact because my folks they own a 2135 white, and that was what I'm pretty sure I don't know why I'm thinking about dumping here. We got enough space yet, but I'm certain that my father said that was his first purchase of a tractor when he got into farming was a 2135 white. And that's another tractor I'm very biased towards just because it's something that I grew up using throughout our whole life. Like, before we even got our first like front wheel assist tractor, or some people call them 4-wheel drive, I'm gonna stick with calling them front wheel assist tractors because that's what I've always been called them growing up. But anyways, that was our main tillage tractor for like the longest time growing up, and then just hauling gravity wagons around for hauling grain and such. We still do that all the time with it. We'll even put it on our big square baler and run it once in a while if the other tractor that we normally run on it is tied up. But even now we try to run the 4840 on the big square baler. But it's the mod itself, like going back to the mod itself is not official, like ready yet. Like, as soon as they can figure out what the issue is with the coloring, I will tell you for a fact, as soon as like a new map that I really want to play on, we'll probably be doing like mainly starting out with that type of tractor along with another white series, like from last Farming Simulator 19. I think it was called like a 9170. I'm not for sure. It's a white tractor that I'm not very familiar with. We had we owned like 3 white tractors in my lifetime, like pure. This is gonna get a little confusing. So there's more than like one like kind of style of white farm tractors, if that makes sense. So there's like AGCO white, which is when AGCO bought out the white name. And then there's also the White American Series, which is also owned by White, but they call it their American Series tractors. And we got a few of those on the farm we use as well. There's like a White American Series with a front wheel assist on it, and it's about 80 horsepower. We call that our loader tractor. And those White American Series tractors, which, if there's any modder that ever comes by and stops by the video and wondering what kind of tractor to make, if they like white series tractors as much as I do, the White American Series, that would be another cool dream mod of mine to have. And what they are, they're like a series of tractors, and they come in 4 different colors. So they come in kind of like the normal like white, silver, gray color that most whites are in in later production. And then there's like an Oliver, I wouldn't call it Oliver green, it's somewhat close to it, and that both our White American Series tractors are that color. And then they got like a Minneapolis Moline Yellow, which is another older tractor. And then they have a red color, and I'm not sure what the red color is. It's not a case red, it's a little, I want to say it's a little brighter of a color. But anyways, starting to ramble here, get back on track. When they do get that like that 2135 series stuff, colored figured out and such, and I find a new map to play on, there will definitely be a series we'll be playing through with, like starting out mainly with the white farm equipment and such, and probably more or less progressing into Massey Ferguson tractors, just because that's the company that mainly owns white is Agcol / Massey Ferguson. Like that kind of it's kind of the odd company, I call it. There's nothing wrong with it, but they just own so many different brands of tractors under one roof, you know, when you think about it. It's just kind of odd to see type thing. And just in my opinion, I don't know other people agree with it, I think the company would better, and I don't know if they have specific contract stuff where they have to keep running it underneath that tractor's name and such for so long, but I feel like the company would be better off if they can like become uniform, like under one, choose one name brand and choose like one color to stand behind. And I think one of the coolest colors, since they also own Alice Chambers, is just to have like that Alice orange for most of their equipment, even like all their combines and stuff. This is all a matter of opinion, so you can let me know what your opinion is in the comments if you have one on stuff like that, if it should stay the same or such. But yeah, that just kind of went on a rant there, but I think we'll jump into the time lapse here. We'll finish combining this field. We'll come out here we'll get everything unloaded, and we'll come out here with the baler and get everything done. And then we'll go from there, whether or not if we pick up a few contracts. Maybe we'll kind of do like dual contracts again, send the class out with the fertilizer spreader, and we'll send the 4840 with the sprayer, and kind of double up on our custom work business. But we'll see you guys at the end of it all. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to wrap it up here for today. We only got a few more minutes before I'm finishing this episode. I was hoping we would squeeze by and be able to completely finish this field for weeds, but that does not look like the case today. I'm probably going to go in the meantime between episodes. I'll go and... Oh, let's see here. Oh yeah, there's a good chunk right there. I kind of missed, but kind of didn't. Was hoping to cover more going this way, but doesn't look like that. But yeah, so looks like we'll just end it here for today. In the meantime, I'll go get another tank of herbicide, fill the sprayer up, finish this contract, and then I think we'll jump into next month because it's already 3 in the afternoon. So, we got quite a bit done this episode. I'm feeling pretty good with our yield from the barley. I think we'll have more than enough to feed our chickens this year. Next year might be a little bit questionable just because I think the other two fields we'll be rotating into are a little bit smaller, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure. I should go check the menu out and see what it says on this side here. So let's see. We got 45, 46, and 47. So yeah, it is actually a little bit smaller for those 3 fields. So we probably 48 and 49. Yeah, so might as well say 1 hectare. Yeah, we're gonna be about, I'm gonna say 2/10 just from looking at roughly quickly, but I'll look at it more later. But if you guys enjoyed this episode today, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to stay up to date. I'm hoping to keep pushing these videos out at a pretty good rate. Like I said, I'm started No Man's Land. I'm hoping by the time this field comes out, I'll at least have the first or at least 2 of the episodes out. So go check that out if you're enjoying the content. Above all else, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And most of all, thanks for watching.